What's up, everybody? All right, today I want to talk to you about upcoming course updates because there's two big updates that I'm doing. So the first one is a general overhaul of the entire course. I'm going through and replacing a lot of the videos. So I'm just going to show you what's being added and talk about each section as we go through it. So I need to revise the introductions to show what the course looks like after it's been revised, right? Also, as a general rule of thumb for the course, I'm going to be getting rid of all videos that are a person talking. I want to make sure that every video is like the screen in the background, because I think that that allows people to easier comprehend the subject matter, and ultimately that's why they're taking the course. They're not taking the course to watch a person talk about the subject. They're taking a course to learn, right? And so you can learn by talking directly or listening to a face, but it's not as engaging, it's not as interactive. You want to be able to just like screen sharing ultimately with a face is the best way, because then that gives you something to focus on in the video. It's not just a person talking to you. That person's there as well, but they're guiding you through the stuff they're talking about and the content on the screen. So it's more interactive that way. And in general, I think that every video should be recorded in that format for this specific course. So I've been kind of torn about the core concept section as well, because when this course was originally created, it was supposed to be created between Mark and myself. We were going to work together on it. Ultimately, we came to a disagreement, and he's just in like a couple of the videos, and they're all the face talking conversation videos. They're not actual tutorials, right? And for a long time, I was kind of hoping that, you know, like, I don't know, that things would work out, but yeah, it's stupid. I just need to get rid of this section, honestly. And so I'm debating whether it's even necessary to have a core concept section, because ultimately I think that it's kind of just putting off the part of the course where you're actually learning more, and that it's not necessary. So I'm probably just going to get rid of the entire section, okay? So after the core concept section, then we have a section about international GSP sales. And again, this is one of the sections that has these like full face videos, and I am not going to have any of those. So I'm going to be redoing the GSP introduction and also the warranty, these two videos. I'm still going to keep this one, okay? Then we're going into the section about eBay, and this is pretty much going to stay the same because most of these concepts still apply. This is about account limits, how the stores work. I will have to revise the eBay store subscriptions because the stores have changed. There's 5 available now, whereas when this course came out, there were 3. And in this scenario, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to keep this existing video, and then I'm going to add a video immediately after it that says eBay store subscriptions as of 2018, because this will show, okay, this is how it was, and then it was changed to this, and that teaches the person how it was before, which gives them experience, and I think that that's useful. Also, in general, like, if content serves a purpose and is useful, then it shouldn't be deleted, unless I'm replacing it, and the replaced content would make the other content viable. In general, you want to, like, you know, reuse your content or use it efficiently. So UPC codes, unpaid items, out of stock options, all of this is still the same. I'm probably going to revise how I handle out of stocks. So I'll add another video showing how I handle out of stock in 2018. eBay account stuff, this hasn't changed. The business policy stuff has changed. So these kind of sections I'll probably get rid of because they're just not relevant anymore, because what I'm showing in the video isn't how it looks anymore. It's not something that, you know, that's not going to be beneficial to them. Seeing how eBay used to look, it's just going to be confusing. Whereas seeing like how I used to handle out of stocks at first and what I changed and showing that learning process, that is actually like genuinely useful, right? So then we have sections on PayPal, and these are all solid, talking about rolling reserves, the different kind of limitations PayPal can place. That section is probably not going to be changed. Profitability. So this videos I'm probably going to get rid of. Then cashback information, gift cards. I need to add how to use cryptocurrency. So I'll add a video about purchasing cryptocurrency, and then also a video about how to use Card Bazaar to get your gift cards. Okay. 1 second. I got to change. I don't want to listen to this guy. Oops. Here we go. So the gift card stuff is still relevant, but now I know more ways to get gift cards and how people overseas can get gift cards. So I'll add those sections here. Tax exemption is still a thing. What items should you post? Okay, so I need to add videos about sales research. So what I'm probably going to do for this section is I'm going to add a video that kind of points towards the software section. Okay. Next, we have a sources and suppliers section that talks about Walmart, Home Depot, Amazon, and how to use proxies, like basic VPNs. That hasn't changed. I might add more sources at some point, but I'm not planning on making any updates to that. Then there's a section on like how people create eBay listings. And right now this says how to create eBay listings, but I think I'm going to change this to how people create eBay listings, because it's not supposed to be a guide of how to do it. It's meant to be like, okay, these are the 3 basic categories it can be. It can be manual, semi-automatic, or automatic. And then, you know, most people now use semi-automatic or automatic posting. Like manually posting stuff is really tricky. Just because it's so time consuming. So then we have videos about the bulk approach. These are all still relevant, except all of the SKUgrid stuff about deleting items. None of that matters, so I can just get rid of all of that. Deleting items on eBay, that matters. All right, now we can look at, so I'm probably going to get rid of this. Maybe not, actually, because in this specific video, I talk about what is about to happen, and it's pretty short. So I'm probably going to keep this one video, but I'm going to add a section after here called My Work in 2018. So then, because I want to show the students, like, okay, this is what it looked like when I was doing the work when I didn't have virtual assistants, and now that I've automated more things and like made more systems, this is how I the work that I do every day, right? So that's going to be a new section, because then you guys can see the difference in like how things were a year ago or 2 years ago, and how they are now, and what I've changed and what I've learned, that kind of stuff, right? So then we have the software section, and this I need to add a lot to. So far, the software section has an introduction to Pricematik, Infinii, Google Translator, Hydra Lister, Update Duck, Session Buddy, SKUgrid, Google Sheets, Sublime Text. I'm going to add tons because now I've done stuff with ZikAnalytics, I've done stuff with AutoDS, I've done stuff with... Isn't there a DSM Tool video? Variations, Pricematik. Wow, I don't have a DSM Tool video? That's hilarious. Yeah, so there's like tons I need to add to the software section, okay? And then we have the 2 guest sections, which are from Carlos and Becky. So this is just Becky and I talking about some of the differences in the UK. And I'm going to leave these in here, even though they're talking videos, just because they're at the end of the course. They're not what somebody experiences in the beginning. And it does give Becky and Carlos some traffic to their YouTube channels, although that's pretty minimal, right? So this section with Carlos is just Carlos talking in Spanish about dropshipping. So people who are Spanish speakers can kind of understand a little bit about it. But honestly, if like they get to that point, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Then that's it. So the updates I just talked to you are the big overhaul updates, and that's happening within the next like 2 or 3 weeks. And whether like with this specific dropshipping course, whether you've bought it in the past or you bought it now, like I'm not making new dropshipping courses. I'm just revising my existing course. I want to make sure that this course represents everything that I understand about dropshipping as an industry, and the software that's available, and the strategies that people use, and how to get involved with networks of dropshippers, and ultimately like how to stay in the game, right? I want to make this course a up-to-date place to accomplish all of that. And I think that it's well on its way there. It's definitely doing, like, it's good. I believe that it's a solid course and that I'm proud of it. And there was a long time where I didn't feel that way because honestly, I was really crushed by Mark's departure. And he just shat all over this course. So like, it was so ironic that like I didn't do updates because a part of me was like, didn't want to look at the course because it made me think about Mark, and that made me sad. And like, it's just stupid. It's so stupid. All right, guys. So the next update that's going to be coming out is a virtual assistant section. A lot of these courses that are online show the dropshipping stuff, but then they add a virtual assistant course afterwards, and it's usually the same amount of money. But like, I don't want to do it that way. I think that virtual assistants is a huge turning point. It is honestly better than dropshipping. If you have a team of virtual assistants, that's more useful than having a profitable dropshipping store. Like, a hell of a lot more useful. You can apply virtual assistants to like anything online, and it enables you to be profitable doing so many different things. And ultimately, if dropshipping does anything, and that thing is get you involved in virtual assistants, that is a huge, huge turning point, because there is currently so much opportunity to make money using virtual assistants, because it's not something that most of the world takes advantage of yet. It's still a very new thing that you can have somebody overseas and provide them a full-time job at like 1/10 of what you would pay somebody in your local country, right? It's absolutely insane, and there's so much opportunity there. And I personally know that. I know that virtual assistants is the real thing, not dropshipping. Virtual assistants is a thing that if you get into it, it completely can change your life. Dropshipping is like, it's so sporadic and so competitive. Like, it can change your life, but the chance of it changing your life alone is really unlikely. It's most likely it's going to be a stepping stone that goes to something else, that thing actually changes your life. Virtual assistants changes people's lives. Absolutely. Huge turning point. But most people are really intimidated by virtual assistants. So I think having a whole other course is just like, Like, you can look at these virtual assistant courses, and they always have a tiny, tiny fraction of the amount that the course about dropshipping sold, even though virtual assistants is more useful than dropshipping. So I'm going to put all of my virtual assistants knowledge into this course as an added section separately from the overhaul. So the overhaul is going to happen, and then I'm going to add a virtual assistant section. All right. And this is going to include talking about things. And these are just example videos. I'm going to redo all of them because, again, I think that these kind of videos where I have stuff in the background and I'm talking to you, it allows you, the watcher, to better conceptualize things because I'm kind of here with you as we're exploring these subjects instead of you listening to me talk to you, right? That's kind of boring in my opinion. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.